won't have time to.
You might know your mum and dad today.
No one. Mrs. Ellaby. She did Derek Fields there. Derek Fields there and the logo. Because she went off me. You should do that. That will be
Sophie is making a card. Jackson is playing with the dollhouse. Oscar is eating fruit. Brayden is playing Lego.
And you took lots of photos, didn't you? The battery ran out. Good girl, excellent. Alright, let's all read it now.
Thursday the 27th November 2008.
Okay, so we've had our investigation and we're now having our morning meeting. Okay. And next we're going on to our Santa letter. Okay, so our sequence from yesterday. Then we've got recess. Now I'm not too sure today if we will eat recess before or after, eat our snack before or after recess, because we might need to keep going a bit with our sequence this morning. So is that okay if we have to change snack and eat it when we come inside? Would that be okay? Because you're all eating your fruit now. Yes, Dave. Would that be okay if we have to carry our snack eating over till the middle session when we come in? So you see my plans that I make. I had to make a bit of a plan today for our special day today, because sometimes when it's a little bit different we need it to be a different way. So I've done my plan, so I know that how we're doing our sequence, our letters to Santa. Because the teachers just come in and just make things up and say, right, I think we'll do this today. Is that what I do? Do I just say, I feel like getting you to do this today? Or what do I do so that I don't just come in like that? Yeah, but how do I know what I'm going to get you to do? this is my plan for today. And then some people are going to be doing some interviewing, so those that are interviewing questions already had to think about them and write them down, make a bit of a list. Okay, about that. Plan would we? So what was the procedure that we did yesterday? The first one that we started in the afternoon to start building up our learning. So
think pair.
yeah, here it is, the think, pair, share, theory. So we started on that. Alright, and what bit did we get up to? Because we didn't finish it yesterday. What bit did we get up to, Dana? Yeah, so we did the think. And who can explain what we had to do for the think part? Have a think yourself before your hand goes up about what we had to do for the think part. What did we have to do? Rona, what did we have to do?
We needed to think what we needed to know.
And how did you sort your information that you wanted to do? What procedure could you use for that one, for your think part? You know? Yeah, and how did we come up with these? Did I tell you that it had to be those ones? How did we come up with them, Dana? We thought of them, didn't we? We got them off our wall, we brought them over. So we've done our think part, then we did our pair part. Who can explain the pair part that we had to do next? So we thought on our own, and then Jessie, what did we do? That's right, we paired up with people, to get more information, didn't we? After that, so you're going to go away and do your think, pair, share and finish that off. Okay, so that's the number one job. After that, you are going to think about a procedure and you're going to choose it yourself. What procedure is going to help you do a plan for your letter? So you need to do a plan. Now have a little think, have a bit of wait time to think about what procedure would help you with your plan. Think. You might make links and think about when we've done this before, planning for our writing, planning for letters. We've done sequences. So who can offer some suggestions of procedures that you might use for your plan? What might you use? Yep, so you might be able to make a list. Now, what if you've already made a list for your think, pair, share? What would you do then? Yeah, you can think of a different one. So we have got our make a list on here already, haven't we? So we could, if you haven't done that already. What's another one that might help you sequence your ideas in the order in which you're going to write your letter? Sophie?
You could do linking or the one flow chart.
Yep, do you want to go and get that one off for us? So we could do linking. Yep, to link our ideas. What was the other one that you said?
Flow chart.
I'm going to grab that one. So you could link your ideas, okay, about your letter to Santa and how you're going to start and what's the next thing you're going to say. It might help you with your paragraphs, mightn't it? The flow chart. Now, how do you think the flow chart would help? How is this one going to help you? You can remember a time that we actually did use another flow chart when we did our writing in the sequence. What is that for? Yeah, Aladdin. And what's another time we used it in a sequence? Yes, good girl. So when we did the dolphin research, when we went there and then we came back and we did a flow chart about the day, didn't we? Good girl. Thank you. So we could use a flow chart. And how exactly would a flow chart work, do you think? How would that be helpful, Oscar? Exactly, so it would go in order. So you might say what you would say in your letter first and then what you would say next, wouldn't you? back file was. What would we put in the middle? And then what would we put around the outside? And how could we show that it was going in order? But how would we know if we're going down that way or that way? Oh, that's a good idea. It's got numbers for you so you know the way. And that was good that we all gave Lauren some wait time then to think about it, wasn't it? Because I could hear some people, other people with ideas, but Loz came up with hers. Yeah. So our number one thing is that we're finishing off our think, pair, share by doing, so we've done think, we've done pair, we have to share with a bigger group. Then we're going to move on to this one, where we're going to choose our own procedure. And this one we're going to work by ourselves. Okay, for this one. So this is a group, this one is by ourselves. And you need to choose a procedure that you think would help you to plan your letter. And then what do you think the number 3 thing to do is today to move on to Nathan? Yes, the number 3 bit would be to move on to the writing. Okay, and that's when Tom was suggesting that the Y chart might help us, because you could put a lot about what you feel, what you think things might sound like and look like, okay, what the toys might look like that you want, what they might sound like, feel like, what it feels like at Christmas. And then Tristan is suggesting that perhaps a 4th thing, which I didn't think of, Tristan, which that was really good that you brought that up, was that we could go on with our picture, but our picture could be in the form of a laser. Do you need to come and ask? No. What would good learners do through this sequence? What is a good learner going to do through this sequence, Brayden? Yep, they're going to check their work, that's right, and make sure they're doing everything that they're asked to do. What else are they going to do through the sequence, Jax? Yes, they might have to do enviro walks, mightn't they, to get up and have a think about what to do next. What else, Sophie?
They're doing this plan before they do their writing.
Yeah, so this is all our plan before writing, isn't it, Rahila? Yes, they ask people if they get stuck. How many people should they ask? Yeah, what's our little saying?
3 before the teacher.
Ask 3 before me. So good one, you could ask. And do you have to say to me, I'm finished this now? What would be better to do that we do, Jonty? What would be better to do than coming and asking me? Lauren? Good girl. Be a good learner and move on. So you'll move through the sequence. I've already given my one. Okay. So be a good learner and move on.
Of his clothes. No, because I don't think it's actually that. I think it's just because it's cold. Cold. Alright, now I'll turn. Okay. Wait. I need to move to a different page. Now let's go. For me, I'm ready. Okay. What's an idea? I'm not sure. Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah, I like that.
The size of a girlfriend. Okay, what about share your ideas? Okay, then I have an idea. Okay, I'll read my test. What you want, like what you want to say. How are you going? Thank you for coming to my house. That's just a thing. Do you have 8 reindeers? What
it's up to you if you want to use the thinking hats to help you, or if you are going to make comments without them. Okay, I'm going to ask you a few questions, and then I'll get people to use the thinking hats if they'd like to do it that way. Okay, remember we need to think about our answers, don't we? So when we think about our answers, that's called having what? When we think about our answers, what's it called, Nathan?
Wait time.
Yeah, we give ourselves wait time. Is there anyone now who would like to make a comment with that procedure? How it helped, Jax?
It helped because I got more ideas from the thinker share. That's all.
Thank you. So it helped you with getting more ideas. So that was helpful, wasn't it? Yeah. Jonty?
It helped more because we got more ideas from other people.
Yeah. Great. So,
It helped because normally with normal procedures, they're helpful, but because you're working on your own,